Okay, guys, so I just want to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I've never spoken about it before, but I have watched a majority of the show. I don't even know what season we're on because like there's always part A, part B, or whatever. I don't know. But I just thought this season started off quite good, so I thought let me discuss a couple of things. Now, first and foremost, I didn't know the Melometers was actually like a thing. Okay, like I knew there were people that was supporting Melody, but I didn't know their names were the Melometers. And it's giving older women barbs. That's the type of vibe it's giving, because I end up seeing women on social media like saying that, this is a channel to support Mel, and I just thought that was, I was like, oh wow, okay, she really has support. And I guess I guess women resonate with her because she's come on this show, she had this family, her husband was cheating on her, had a baby on her, she's still persevering. You know what I mean? I feel like women can relate to her on that reason. Now, is Melody perfect? No. However, I understand why she's getting support from like older women. In regards to Martell is thirsty scum. When I say scum, I don't mean like, I'm sure there's people that care about him and love him, like his mum. But in terms of his behavior and how he's treated his family, how he continues to taunt Mel, he's just not a nice person. And I clocked it from season 1. I clocked it. And it's just, and this whole sex tape thing, you threatened to share the sex tape you made with her. I don't know, the Arion is also involved in it. It's foul and it's against the law. I don't know what the laws are in America, but in the UK, revenge porn is against the law. So if he needs to be arrested for that, then by all means, because too often we allow people to get away with murder, especially in our community. Okay, get away with murder. They do all these different types of things, and we don't want to send black men to jail. Well, maybe he shouldn't be ain't shit. How about if he was actually a good human being, he wouldn't have to, the police wouldn't have to be called on him? Or why does he have to break the law? Stop blaming the victim, blame the you know what I mean, the perpetrator. And then you had Maurice and Marceau try and give Martell advice, like, why did you go to the blogger? I'm assuming this is Tasha K, because I saw part of that. But even that whole thing didn't even look good on Martell. He just looked even more pathetic. Do you know what I mean? Like, clearly you lost your wife due to nonsense that you were doing. Okay, you had a baby on her. You were cheating on her for so long. She's moved on and is flourishing, and you are out here fighting for your life to be relevant. All these businesses you're doing that we never hear from in the next season. All these women, like, come on. You're just mad that clearly Mel was the brains behind the operation. You've now lost that. You thought that you were the ish, or thought that you were attractive, good looking. You thought you were the ish. Now you're realizing, now you don't have your wife anymore. You're probably realizing you're not as great as you thought you were, and you actually do need a good woman by your side, but you effed that up. So now, even though Maurice and Marceau are better than Martell, they still ain't shit either. Like, I'm sorry, they're not. I'm sorry, Marceau is probably one of the most disrespectful husbands I've seen on television. He's to me, I don't know. Maurice showed himself with this whole cancer thing when he wanted to have sex with his wife while she was on chemo and she wasn't in the mood. Anyway, now moving on to this new storyline with Sunni, Moses, and Destiny. So Destiny was on the show before, but I think the last 2 seasons or so she hasn't been on because apparently she wasn't showing her life, which she wasn't. Okay. However, I just think it's foul. I think the attitude I'm getting from Sunni is, oh, I was picked. So because I was picked, this whole thing is worth me. Like, this whole situation is worth it because we are now married. And it's just like, babe, the way you got him is the way you lose. Moses has shown you that he can cut off a relationship. Remember, he's known Destiny apparently 15 years. They've been like on and off for 15 years. And he didn't even tell her that they weren't together anymore when he started dating you. He knew who you were. You knew what he was. Even though you might not have been close, you knew that they were hanging out. Okay? And you're saying you prayed on it, blah, blah, blah. Girl, just stop, okay? Moses is a good-looking man, and you wanted to go there, and you didn't care about Destiny in that situation. That's fine. My thing is, just don't come across that, oh, I've won a prize. Because Moses doesn't seem like a prize to me. He seems like a guy that you, in your own words, he was dating multiple women. Apparently Destiny wasn't even the main chick that he was dating. So you want to date a man that can easily not even communicate to Destiny that they're no longer together, starts dating you, someone that was her producer that she knows well and she was talking, you know what I mean? And then someone that was also dating other multiple people. Men like that don't change just because they get married. And women need to stop thinking that, oh, because he was like that and he picked me, I'm clearly special and he wouldn't do that to me. Ooh. And, you know, it's one thing that, you know, you can't help who you fall in love with. You can't help who you meet. You know, if this is what God ordained, then fair enough. But for you to come on the TV show that you were a former producer on, now turned talent, you're married to the man that the woman that you used to produce on the show used to be with. And there's clearly an overlap there somehow. I just think to me, it's like you're putting like oil into the fire. Is that what they say? Oil into the frying pan into the fire. You know what I'm trying to say. You made it worse. When it comes to Kiki, I don't believe that that her mum is the one that vented to the blogger. I feel like you vented to your mum and you also vented to this blogger. I don't know what it is about some of these like reality shows, especially these own shows. Actually, not just own shows, Bravo shows as well. These bloggers, it's like you become friends with certain bloggers to give them the tea, for you there to be on your side when they do reviews and stuff on their channel. And I mean, I get it. But now, I mean, this is not the only show that we've seen blogger stuff seep into the show. We've seen it on Potomac. We've seen it on New Jersey. We've seen it on this show. In various formats, and it's just like it's ruining the show. And now Kiki, is like, you've ruined your check. I don't think you're gonna be on the show anymore because you were telling secrets about what's gonna happen on the show, right? That's what happened. And then the only person that was really filming with you was Melody. Yeah, Melody don't want to be your friend anymore. So it's kind of like, what purpose do you have on the show now? Because Kiki, you threw a drink on your cousin's face last season. Like, you know, that part of most of the cast don't F with you. And now I don't think you're going to be on the show. It was given very, okay, well, you've said your piece, we've rounded it up, but now we're not going to see you anymore. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe you'll come to the reunion as well. I don't know. But Kiki, it's just giving lies to me. You know what I mean? There's something very chaotic about Kiki. And that's fine. But yeah, guys, continue watching the show. I think this season has started off quite good. So, yeah.